Hey guys, so I thought I'd do a bit of a different video today. I don't normally talk. In fact, I've never talked in any of my videos. I'm not a big fan of it. But today I'll do a little bit of talking, a little bit of whispering. I want to explain to you guys what I do for a living. I actually own my own soap making company. It's a small business, very small business. But I sell on the internet and I sell to people in person, and I want to do a little ASMR of the stuff that I use on a day-to-day basis. I do a little bit more than just soap making. I do a few things just for friends and family. Because I live in Connecticut, we have laws where you can't sell or manufacture cosmetics, and soap just happens to not be considered a cosmetic. It's a huge FDA thing. Well, that's actually a different story. FDA is completely different, but it's a huge deal, so I can't sell certain things. So I'm going to start with my Immersion Blender. This is what I make all of my liquid soaps and my bar soaps with. And I'll show you some of my bar soaps, some of my scraps. We'll cut some of those up. So this is my baby. I've had it for about 2 years now. I think it's time to replace it, but I'm not really looking forward to it because the nicer ones can get quite expensive. This one was probably around $100, maybe a little less. I can't remember the brand because I don't have the other part with me up here. But yeah, so I make soap out of my kitchen. It's a lot of fun. I've been doing it for about the past 5 years. So I used to be a baker. I went to school for culinary, for professional pastry and baking. And I was taken out of work because I had some issues with carpal tunnel in both hands. My hands were getting very weak, and it was getting kind of dangerous for me to work in that environment with people dropping trays of hot, pans and baked goods. It just wasn't good. So these are my goggles that I use working with sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. You must wear goggles. You must wear long sleeves, long pants, socks, shoes, closed-toed shoes. You must be basically in a hazmat suit because it will burn you. I feel kind of like Walter White in Breaking Bad when I get all dressed up to make my soap. I don't wear, disclaimer, this is not what I suggest, but I don't wear long sleeves anymore, and I usually just traipse around in flip-flops. Because it doesn't burn my skin as badly. You kind of get used to the burns, and, if you get a little soap batter on you, you just go ahead and you just wash it off quickly with soap and water. Actually, water is the best thing for it. But yeah, so these are my goggles. Do a little Breaking Bad stuff in my kitchen. So the name of my business is Paradise Bath and Body. If you guys haven't figured out now, my last name is Paradise. That's why it's included in basically everything I do. But yeah, Paradise Bath and Body. It's paradisebathbody.com. Not that I expect you guys to go there, but it's a pretty cool website. I designed it all by myself. I do everything. I take the pictures. I post things. I do all my social media accounts. I have a TikTok, I have an Instagram, and I have a Facebook. I have a Pinterest too, but I don't post there very often. This is my little thermometer. This is what I measure my my soap batter with the temperature, oils, and the Lye Solution, which is the sodium hydroxide in the water, or whatever I happen to mix it with. It has to be a certain temperature when you mix everything together, or it actually could explode. Not that big of a deal. It doesn't really, I'm not gonna explode anything in my kitchen. But pets, children, everybody basically needs to be away from my area when I'm working, so I'll close. I have a dachshund, a mini dachshund. Her name is Annie. She doesn't like when I make the soap because she doesn't like when we turn anything on with heat, like the oven or my crock pots when I'm making liquid soap. So she knows to just stay away, but I'll kind of close her off in another room so she can't get by. Because if somebody happened to come to the house, like the mailman or somebody rings the doorbell, she will lose it and not care what's going on. She'll just go and charge after it. She thinks that she's a big dog. But yeah. So this is my thermometer. It's a very handy little tool. I have another one too, but I don't use it very often because it beeps and it's kind of annoying. Actually, I should have brought it in here because of the beeping. It's pretty interesting. This is my little, oh god, what is this called? A graduated cylinder or something? This is my little apparatus for making incense. I make my daughter incense. She loves it. So I'll make up the oil solution with the fragrance oil and, the other ingredients that go into incense. And I'll fill it up all the way, and then I'll stick the incense sticks inside, and yeah, so they'll infuse in this for a couple of days. And then I'll take them out and I kind of hang them up on a cabinet and let them drip into this. It's pretty weird looking when I do it. But yeah, so this is my little incense maker. Got these off of Amazon. You can pretty much get anything on Amazon. Actually, that's pretty much where I got everything except for my goggles, so far anyway. I have other things too, so I'm just going to keep bending down and grabbing stuff off to my side. Oh, this is pretty self-explanatory. This is my spoon that I mix my Lye solutions with. So my sodium hydroxide or my potassium hydroxide will melt certain materials like instantly. They have to be mixed in specific containers. Yeah, or they'll melt. Pretty interesting. I've accidentally melted quite a few things. I had I think it was from the dollar store. It was like a spatula or a spoon, plastic spoon. Wasn't thinking. Had to throw out the entire batch because once something gets into it, it's contaminated and it can't be used anymore. So yeah, this is my trusty little spoon. I got these from the dollar store. I got a 2-pack. So yeah, those are my spoons. This is what I measure my Lye solution in. This is actually just for like lattes, like mixing the foamy milk in. So I have a bunch of these. You can use other materials too, but this is what I prefer. You can see everything. If you guys saw me, I'm sorry in the reflection because I just woke up. I'm trying to film this video before anybody else gets home. So yeah, this is my little Lye solution container. I'm running out of places to put stuff. Here we go. So this is the container that I mix my soap in. So all my oils in my Lye solution get poured into this, and I set it up, and then my little Immersion Blender gets put in there, and it spins. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. There's blades. Obviously, I don't know if you know what an Immersion Blender is, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It's an Immersion Blender. So yeah, this can also be used to, I don't know what specific type of plastic it is. It doesn't say on here anywhere, but on the website that I got it from, it tells you, and it's a safe plastic to mix Lye Solution in. So I can, if I have a bigger batch of soap, I can mix it in this. But yeah, this is where I mix my soaps. This is a little strainer that I use to sometimes pour my Lye Solution into. It will get rid of something called lye lint, which is just little pieces of, you know, stuff that hasn't completely dissolved, or, you know, just any impurities in the lye, because lye isn't 100%. I forget exactly. I wish I would have saved a container of lye. I pour that in. Then I pour a bunch of containers into a bigger container, and keep my lye safe that way. But the lye is pretty neat because it's like tiny, tiny, tiny little beads. So if I was to shake the container on the next to the microphone, it would sound really cool. So that's unfortunate that I don't have that, but whatever. So this is for my lye. Just pour it in. Gets rid of all the impurities. It's pretty old. Probably got this at the dollar store. It looks all rusty. I probably should replace this. Okay, anyway. So this is my whisk. Might make lotions and stuff like that with this. I don't normally use this for my soap. I normally use a spatula or a rubber scraper. Actually, I used to make bath bombs for my cousin, my little cousin, and it's all distorted. Can you see that? It's all bent because the bath bomb tin, which, oh, I should have grabbed one of those. That would have sounded cool. So I would hold it. It's, you know, like a sphere. I would hold it and bang on it. And it bent the heck out of my whisk. But yeah, I don't use my whisk for too much, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool noise. So here is my rubber scraper that I use. I have a ton of these. I have really small ones, probably about half the size of this, that I absolutely love for smaller batches of soap. Or if I'm making a layered soap, like I make a lot of rainbow soaps. I'm very, very, very big into Pride Month. Love. I have a gay cousin. Absolutely love her. So I'm a big supporter of the gay community. So yeah, I have a lot of layers for that. Soap in particular, 6 at least, depending on what rainbow flag I'm making, and yeah, so it takes smaller containers, so I need smaller spatulas, or it gets kind of ridiculous with these. So yeah, that's my spatula, or my rubber scraper. This is a stamp that I had. You can't really read it. It says Paradise Bath and Body and as a palm tree. You know, it might be. Actually, I think you guys can't read it. I can read it. It's backwards on the stamp, so that when I stamp my soap, it'll say Paradise Bath and Body. But yeah, so somebody on Instagram, this was really cool. I don't know how I happened to find her, but I think she's called Find My Fiction Soaps, and she's on Etsy also, and Instagram. And she posted something one day saying that she was going to make stamps. She had a 3D printer, and that she was going to give away like 10 stamps for free and just to contact her. So I messaged her and I said, hey, are you still doing it? You know, I would really love a stamp. And she was like, yeah, tell me what you're thinking about doing. So I told her that I kind of just wanted like a signature stamp, and you know, she made it for me. She sent it to me for free. I was even like, I'll pay for shipping. I don't care. But yeah, she sent it to me completely for free, and I got it like a week later, and I immediately made soap with it. I should have brought that bar of soap up, but I don't have it with me. But yeah, that was really cool of her. She makes really cool soaps too. So this is just like a vegetable peeler, potato peeler that I use to bevel the sides of my soap. So all of the edges I just scrape, and they're a little less sharp. Not that they're very sharp anyway, but I'll do a little bit of that in a little bit. But yeah, just I love this potato peeler. I have two of them. One is specifically just for my soaps. The other one is specifically for my vegetables, and I keep them separated at all times. So the ladle that I use for ladling, obviously. Yeah. Sometimes, so coconut oil, the one that I use, I believe, becomes liquid at 79 degrees or 78 degrees or something like that. So I use the ladle to sometimes get the solids out of my coconut oil container, or I'll just melt it in the microwave completely and just pour it into my bigger container to measure all my oils out. I usually use about 4 to 5 different oils in my soaps. My main recipe is avocado oil, castor oil, coconut oil, olive oil, and then I'll use either cocoa butter, or I'll use tallow, or sometimes I use lard. Not a huge fan of lard. I like tallow way better. But yeah, all my oils and that kind of stuff. So this is just my tablespoon measuring spoon. I have a bunch of these. I get these from the dollar store. I have probably about 10 different sets, and these I just use to measure out my micas or any colorants that I'm using, activated charcoal, you know, whatever I'm using, my sprinkles, my sparkles, whatever I'm using. This is what I use to measure all of those out. And they get worn out pretty quickly. This must be a brand new one, because most of them I can't read anything. I can't tell the measurement. I just kind of eyeball it. Oh yeah, that looks like a tablespoon. Yeah, so, oh, I forgot to mention, I also make candles. This is my little, I don't know what this is called, to be honest, but I got this off of Amazon, and I trim my wicks with it. So I just put it down, squeeze it, trim my wick, and all my candles come with pre-trimmed wicks, so you can burn them right from the get-go. I love making candles. Liquid soap is probably my top thing that I absolutely love to make. I think it's funny because a lot of soap makers don't love to make liquid soap. It's a little more intricate. In fact, I made 2 batches or a very huge batch of liquid soap a couple of days ago, and it's still downstairs. Kind of processing. I probably can mix it with fragrance oil today, so I'll probably do that after this video. But yeah, so this is my little wick trimmer. Love it. It's cool. This is a little tool that I use to slice soap. And my soap dough. I use soap dough to make little, I have a little Dachshund soap that I made out of soap dough, just brown soap dough, made a little dachshund, looks like it's sleeping. It's super cute. And then I piped leaves onto the top of my soap, and I put these little dachshunds inside the soap. So each bar has a little dachshund, and it looks like dachshunds sleeping in like fall leaves. So that's a fall soap that will be coming out on October 1st. So yeah. So this is a soap I made last year. It's got a little pumpkin on it. Smells awesome. Oh yeah, so the Beveler. So this is what I do. So I'll just take my bar of soap, and all of the edges, I just go ahead and just shave off the side, and it looks much better if you look at comparably, if you look at two of them. But yeah, then a bunch of these little shavings are left over. But comparably, it just looks better, doesn't it? I like it. I think it's cooler. Here's one of my rainbow soaps. This smells amazing. This was meant to be messy layers. I'm really good at layers, so this was actually called Love is Messy on the website, and it had little gnomes. I'm a big fan of gnomes. I absolutely love them. I think they're adorable. So little tiny gnomes with different colored hats and different colored like bodies that were sitting on top of the soap. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. It smells so good. This is another soap I did last year. Wow, it's a really hard bar of soap. But yeah, this didn't come out really as the way I had planned, but it's still pretty. This was another autumn soap from last year. I should have brought up a knife. Maybe I'll grab one of those a little bit later, so we can cut up some soap. Snaps like crazy. The harder the bar of soap, the longer it'll last in the shower. So technically, I will use, so these soaps, this is just a scrap. This is like a half a bar of soap, so they didn't get cut right, so that's why I have them here. But my bars of soap are a little bit bigger than an inch, so these soaps from last year, any that didn't sell, I'll sell this year for autumn also, because the longer, the older soap is, the better it is, because the longer it will last in the shower. It just won't wash away with the water as quickly. Now, with that being said, you don't want to use a bar of soap. Now, I'm talking about real soap. I'm not talking about that, because that's not soap. That's detergent. And hey, if that's what you're using, if that's what you choose to use, that's completely fine. I'm not here to judge you. Everybody has different tastes. You might like Dove because of an allergy or because of whatever. I prefer to use my soap because it's amazing. Yeah. So this is some of my soap. My hands. I feel like I have to wash them. But hey, they're gonna smell real pretty when I'm done. Doesn't that look so pretty? I love it. I love it. Let's get some more. Here's a watermelon soap. Looks like a piece of watermelon. Didn't come out the best this year. Smells like watermelon too. Yeah, these were for summer. They didn't come out the best. I didn't really love these soaps this year. So next year when I do them, I'll do them a little differently, and I'll also make more seeds. So the seeds are made out of soap dough, like I was talking about before, just black soap dough. It smells so pretty. This is my beach soap. Looks like the ocean. There's actually ground up oatmeal in the bottom. Also smells amazing. I don't know if you're hearing a pattern there, but I pretty much think all my soaps smell amazing. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm really not. This is just, I thought this would be a fun video to make. I'm a big fan of soap making, and if any of you out there make soap or know anybody that does, I'd love to chat with you, because this is definitely one of my passions. So I could talk about it all day. I mean, this video is probably, you know, like half an hour long already. Yeah, this one feels cool. So, because I live in Connecticut and I can't sell cosmetics or manufacture cosmetics, I can't say, like, I can only call my items soap. So, my liquid soap is just liquid soap. My bar soaps are just bar soaps. I can't say that anything's exfoliating. I can't say that it's beautifying, because then it becomes a beauty bar, or, you know, an exfoliating bar, and then it becomes a cosmetic. So the oatmeal in this is technically what I can call it is scrubby. So on the website I might say that it's a scrubby ingredient, or I might just say, hey, there's oatmeal in this, and then leave it up to the consumer. I can't get over how hard these are. I kind of wish I didn't break this one. I'd like to use it. I probably have another one in here somewhere. This is another bar soap I did last year. Yeah, see, this one's not as hard. Depending on the amount of oils you use and what oils you choose to use and stuff like that, it'll create a harder or softer bar of soap. And there's a calculator that I use called Soap Calc on the internet that will tell you exactly how hard your bar will be and how bubbly it will be, and how cleansing it will be and stuff like that. So depending on like how much, like coconut oil is a very drying oil, and it's a hard oil, so it will harden your bar of soap, but too much coconut oil will make your bar of soap very, very cleansing, which will make it very, very drying for your skin. So I don't really want to explain everything. It's way too scientific to explain. Oh, here's another one of these bars. But yeah, so there's ways to combat the dryness of the coconut oil, but yeah, so this was obviously not made with, I'd like to look up this recipe actually. I don't know what soap this is, because it doesn't really smell that like anything that I can tell right now. But yeah, it probably just wasn't made with a lot of hard oils. Like cocoa butter is considered a brittle butter. Mango butter, shea butter. What's another one? I can't think of another butter right now. They're called hard butters. Coconut oil is a hard oil. Palm, which I don't use any palm. I refuse to use it. It's just not good for the environment. And the animals that live in the rainforests, it's just a horrible oil. I will not use it. Other people choose to use it. That's their prerogative. I'm not here to judge anybody else, like I said, but I choose not to use it. But palm is considered a hard oil also. So yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here. It was fun chatting with you guys, or chatting to you guys. I'd love to talk to you. Leave me comments. I like getting to know you guys. Absolutely love Sleepy Skies ASMR. Go check him out. He's fantastic. He's probably my favorite ASMR artist right now. He's definitely a cool guy to talk to also, and he always responds, so that makes me feel good. But yeah, talk to me. You guys can ask me questions, request videos. I have gotten a couple of requests that I'm trying to work on. I mean, I just did a car video, so I probably won't do that for a while, so if that's you who requested it, don't worry, it's coming. It'll just be a while. Maybe closer to the winter time, because it would be cool to go down to that bridle trail again when it's all snowy. That would be really pretty. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end this video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, a wonderful night, whatever, and I'll catch you in the next video. Alright.